Hi, CoastLife, Chef Frank here. We are nearing Valentine's Day, and you know what that means. I'm here in my kitchen to show Chef Leah how to make a 3-course simple dinner for your significant other. So, Leah, do you know the quickest way to a man's heart?
It's got to be through the stomach, right?
Actually, I was going to say surgery, but I'll go with.
So close.
I'm so close. I'll go with your stomach. So what we have on the agenda is we're going to start with a very simple and tasty bruschetta.
Yum.
I'll have you make some carbonara and then some simple microwave brownies. How does that sound?
That sounds delicious, and I'm a little nervous that you said you'll have me make, but I trust you.
Well, you're going to wear an apron, glove up, and we'll get to it, okay? So let's get to it. Hi, we're back, and we're going to start with bruschetta. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready. I love that this is a 3-course meal.
and you need 3 courses.
Of course. So where do I start? That's right. I'm the chef.
Start? So what we're going to do, bruschetta is basically anything on Italian bread or crostini.
Perfect.
So we're going to make a sun-dried tomato and feta bruschetta.
Sounds good to me.
With a little bit of oregano on top. What I like to do is I get the sun-dried tomatoes packed in their own oil.
Okay.
And then I julienne them, which means cut them in little strips.
Right.
Okay? This is the reserved oil. So what I'd like you to do, Chef, is spoon a little bit of oil on each of these guys.
Got it.
Spread it around. Actually, spread a lot of oil. I don't care.
All right.
Yeah. There you go. Be generous.
Okay, yeah.
And after you do that, we're going to stick it in the broiler for 1 minute.
Okay.
The broiler is set to high, so come with me. I'm going to stick it in the broiler.
Alrighty.
And when you put it in the broiler, right on the top rack there.
Top rack.
And this will be literally 1 minute.
Okay.
All right, they've been in the broiler for about 2 minutes.
Alrighty. Ooh,
oh, look at that.
They're
See,
looking
just a little luxurious around the edges there.
Yeah.
Let's come back to here.
Alrighty.
Don't set them down on the counter.
I'll wait.
And here we go.
All right.
Set that right down there.
Okay.
Now, working with, you could probably take off the oven mitt, but
Yep.
don't touch this hot thing.
Got it.
So what we're going to first do is evenly distribute these sun-dried tomatoes on these 4 bruschetta. So the serving size is 2 bruschetta per person.
Okay. There we go.
That one needed a little love. Okay. So from there, let's evenly distribute this feta on top of those.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you'll have to use your fingers on that. That looks good.
Okay.
What do the viewers think? We don't have any real...
I think they're getting hungry, yeah.
I'm getting hungry. That's a moment. All right, and back into the broiler for 1 minute.
All right.
Okay, Chef, let's see what it looks like.
All right, let's see what we got.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's fine. Okay,
What do
one
we
of those
think?
guys burned. That's out we go.
All right.
Out we go. That's all right. Burn is good. Burn is flavor. And now what you want to do is just give this a little sprinkle
Okay.
with a pinch over top of that, and I'm good. Food costs. All right, that's fine. Good job. You're fired. All right,
I understand.
all right, so the presentation is 2 per person, and that's okay. And
I'm never going to be able to, he'll never let me lead.
there you have your bruschetta.
Perfect.
And if you want to add a little oil on top of that, that's fine too. A little more feta, but there you have it.
Perfect.
So you ready to move on to the next course, Chef?
I'm ready.
All right, so off we go. And so now, Chef Leah, it is on to the main, which is spaghetti carbonara.
I'm excited because I haven't met a pasta dish that I don't like.
So do me a favor, crack those 2 eggs, and the Parmesan, and whisk them together. Just
And this is going in there too?
right in there.
Alrighty.
All right. And whisk that up as
Whisk
best
away.
you can. Okay, is that all rendered out pretty good?
so.
Oh, and I also could tell you that whisking from side to side, like that, is the most efficient.
You learn something new every day with Chef Frank.
That's why.
Whether it's Italian or it's how to whisk.
Or being sinister.
Fun facts.
Okay, so we're good there. So now what we're going to do is we'll move to the stove to start and finish this dish. How's that?
Sounds great.
Excellent. All right, so we moved to the stove and now we're going to drop the pasta. I have 6 ounces of pasta. You can grab it with your hand.
All right.
Or, yeah, there you go. 6 ounces of pasta. Now the serving size says 2 ounces. I think that's a joke.
2 ounces of pasta.
So the serving size, I just go 3 ounces on the serving size. You can go higher or lower. So
if you want to eat less, then have leftovers.
Nothing wrong with leftover pasta.
Right.
All right, so this is going to go for about 8 to 10 minutes, which is al dente, okay?
Perfect.
And from there, we will move on to finishing it in the pan with the sauce.
Sounds
okay?
good to me. So
excellent.
Take a break while we wait for the pasta, but there's more CoastLife coming your way.
Well, we're back, and our pasta is done.
Hooray!
So, as you can see, I've already rendered the bacon in there,
Yes.
and I've reserved the fat because that's really, really important.
That's where that flavor lives.
The flavor, fat is flavor. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you use this handy dandy spider, and as best you can, remove the pasta from the pan, the pot there. There you go. Yeah, let's, what do you think? That's good enough.
Yeah.
Good enough.
All right.
All right, Miss Leah, here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
What I want you to do is take that spoon, the spoon. I'm going to give you a little pasta water here, and I want you to, because there's a lot of starch, as you can see, and flavor in that pasta water. I need you to swish that around in the fat, kind of get it emulsified.
Yeah.
All right?
Smart.
How's that looking?
I think it looks okay.
Looks emulsified. Okay. Let's keep the heat on low on this. Now, the important thing we're going to do here is we're going to temper these eggs.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so now it's all nice and coated. I make sure now I turn the heat off here because we want this just to gently get into a silky sauce.
Okay.
So gently pour. So what you're going to have to do is use 2 hands. Very important.
Okay.
Gently pour with your right and swish. Go. Don't pour it all. Hold it back.
Okay.
Keep going. So the heat. Oh, it's starting to get silky.
Okay.
Looky there, young lady. Oh yeah, you can hear it splashing around. Oh yeah.
That's going to be the next step, learning how to do that.
Oh, it's really easy. So you can always tighten it up. So if it starts to scramble, go ahead and use
a little
some pasta water. If it's a little loose, just go ahead and turn on the heat and tighten it up a little bit. All right.
Sounds good.
That's looking pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
Teamwork.
All right. So now we can go ahead and plate this. How about that?
Sounds
ready
good.
to go?
I'm ready.
Well, Leah, your carbonara is done and we're ready to finish. It looks very silky. Look at that.
Thank you. Well, you know, that's some help.
That's really beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to finish it. First, you want to make sure your plates are warm for this particular dish, because if the plates aren't warm, if you put that carbonara on a cold plate, it will seize. In other words, it will just literally scramble before your eyes. You want it to be warm and silky. Okay. Finish with a little bit of more pepper. I'm sorry,
No, you said a little bit, and that was the right call.
Well, I'm thinking of the oregano. So.
It's fresh in our minds.
Yeah. So I'll just do the pepper.
All right.
And go ahead and a little cheese.
Okay.
More cheese is always good.
Yeah.
Very nice. And you remember the bacon that is ready for garnish. Now, we've go ahead and divided it in half. Okay. And we just go ahead and sprinkle the bacon on for finishing.
Mmm. Ah, gorgeous.
Are you ready to put the whole meal together now?
I am.
Because now we move on to dessert. Which is the important part. So we're all gloved up, ready to go. So I have everything scaled out for you, no problems. Ooh. So when you're making something with chocolate in it, see if you can put some espresso powder or even some instant coffee in. Okay, now these are sprayed with some vegetable oil spray. Actually, olive oil spray. Divide that as equally as you can into both of those ramekins. It's an eyeball thing.
Oh, it's my favorite way to measure. This has just been my favorite baking kind of experience.
All right, chef, this is going in the microwave. So in the coffee mug, 1 to 2 minutes. We're gonna do these both at the same time for 1.5 minutes. All right, Leah, our brownies came out of the microwave and we've let them cool slightly.
Yes.
So this is the moment of truth.
Okay.
What we have to do is we're gonna try to get this out. And I may have to help it.
I'm scared. Wow.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I feel so inadequate.
I mean, I feel like you really set me up for success.
But see, we cover up all those sins with a little powdered sugar.
Ah.
All right.
Beautiful.
And now we have finished dessert, and we are ready to put the whole thing together.
Yay!
And Leah, we are back now with the entire plated meal, 3 courses that Chef Leah has just done. So what we want to do is go ahead and taste your bruschetta.
Okay.
I'll take a bite.
Yeah. Oh man.
I love sun-dried tomatoes.
Me too. And that is a perfect crunch, courtesy of the broiler. All right, I'm gonna eat everything, but I want to taste everything first.
Let's see. And some people like more pepper. Did you get that piece, that pepper? Do you like more pepper or less pepper?
I'm a pepper girl for sure, but that is really good. And you're right, that silkiness of the egg that you really, that texture is amazing.
Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. It worked. You did a really, really nice job
And the
on
salt from the bacon, like, This dinner is gonna win over your date if you haven't made it official yet.
What do you want to do next? Do you want to try the microwave brownie?
Let's do it. Let's go in order because, you know, I'll need a little bit more time to eat the meal in full.
There you go.
There we go.
Can you believe that came out of a microwave?
I really can't.
Yeah.
It's like fudgy.
Yeah.
Now a microwave. You just dumped everything in, stirred it up, and popped it in the microwave. Amazing.
Pretty good, huh?
Chef Frank, you've outdone yourself on this one. And you're right. Overall, it's a pretty simple recipe, easy to put together, and it's very impressive.
Impress your date or a significant other or whoever you want to impress that day.
Exactly. You will do it with this meal. As always, Chef Frank, thank you so much for having us in your home and teaching us a recipe that we can take home with us.
It's always a pleasure, and it's my pleasure to be here and cook for you.
Of course. And there's more CoastLife that will keep you cooking on the way.